Kid Cudi didn't want to be there. He didn't want to testify. But when it came to Sean Diddy Combs' trial, he didn't have a choice, and his appearance in court ended up revealing more than just legal drama. From Molotov cocktails to friendship loyalty, Cudi's testimony was raw, reluctant, and, honestly, telling. Let's break this down. The reluctant witness. So here's what happened. Kid Cudi, real name Scott Mescudi, was called to testify in Diddy's 7-week trial for sex trafficking and racketeering. This wasn't about his music. This was about backing up his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura, who had already delivered her own explosive testimony. Cudi says he flat out refused at first, twice. But when the subpoena came, that was it. Game over. He admits his first thought wasn't even about the case. It was about what to wear. And in true Cudi fashion, he said, "Forget the suit. I'm showing up in Levi's, a leather jacket, and Solomon sneakers." It's giving, "I'm here because I have to be, not because I want to be." And he was honest about it. He hated every minute of being on that stand. Why he did it anyway. But here's what people are missing. Cudi wasn't there for the court. He wasn't there for the prosecution. He was there for Cassie. He told Call Her Daddy that once he sat down in that witness chair, it clicked. This was about holding it down for a friend. He's known Cassie through her toughest times, and seeing her finally married, having kids, and living in peace, that's what made him push through the discomfort. It's rare in Hollywood to see someone risk their own comfort or even potential backlash just to back someone up, especially against a music mogul like Diddy. The car fire allegations. Now the wild part? Cudi testified about an alleged incident where Diddy broke into his home and set his car on fire with a Molotov cocktail. Yes, you heard that right. Cudi says after the fire, he reached out to Diddy to meet in person because, in his words, "I knew he had something to do with it." That's when the judge stepped in, struck the statement from the record, and told the jury to ignore it. And legally, nothing came of that claim. Diddy was never charged in the break-in or the fire. But you can't unhear something like that. It plants a seed, one that no amount of courtroom instructions can erase. The verdict and the vibe. In the end, Diddy was found not guilty on the biggest charges, sex trafficking and racketeering. He was convicted on a lesser charge, transportation to engage in prostitution, with sentencing coming in October. But that's not the whole story. Trials are as much about the vibes as they are about the verdicts, and Cudi's appearance painted a picture. One of a man dragged into chaos he wanted no part of, but still willing to show up for someone he cares about. Sometimes the loudest statements aren't the rehearsed speeches, they're the reluctant truths. Cudi didn't want to testify, he didn't even want to dress for court. But he showed up anyway, and in doing so, he gave us a glimpse of just how deep this web of relationships around Diddy really runs. So what do you think? Was Cudi's testimony just friendship loyalty? Or was it his quiet way of confirming suspicions without saying too much? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit subscribe, and stay locked in for more insider breakdowns of the headlines everyone's talking about, and the ones they're not. This is Maya Cole, and you're watching Celeb Scoop Today.